Wake up. Smell the coffee. Smells good today. All right. So we got that. It's going to be a big Zackery Lwvi rant because this guy. Can we go for a drink together? Zackery Lwvi, come for a beer with me. Just let me set you straight in a few things. I don't want to argue with you. I just want to have a conversation with you. Not everybody's against you. Dial your ego down a little bit. Let's have a conversation. The important story today comes from Giant Freaking Robot. Agatha Christie is the next writer getting censored and changed for modern sensitivities. Now, I put some videos out about a month ago now when the Roald Dahl thing was happening. We had the James Bond books being censored as well. Then there was the report from the UK government suggesting that the works of C.S. Lewis, Tolkien, and George Orwell were possibly problematic and would possibly create extremist tendencies within the population. This is an attack on literature. This is an attack on you. I'm just going to say something right now. Just let me put this out there. I put a video out explaining to you how this censorship was happening and how you could stop it. 12 people watched the video. 12. I put a video out making farting noises and criticizing a TV show with a picture of a poop in a toilet bowl. 790 people watched that video. Do I need to make the point here? Do I have to start making noises as I'm telling you about books being censored and what that actually means? Because this is the start of something much bigger. You may not care for reading, but it starts with books. It'll be your movies next. You stream everything now, right? It's all on the streaming services. You own digital media, maybe through Apple, maybe through Google. That media can be changed. Yeah. Corporations can reach into your television and alter your media. They can reach inside your laptop or your smartphone and they can change your media. When you buy media off a platform such as iTunes, you don't actually own it. You're renting it. You're paying to use it. They can change that at any time. And that's what's happening with the Kindle devices. This is what's happening with books. People reading Roald Dahl stories to their children woke up one morning and the text had changed. We see this across media all the time. Important news stories. Facts are being changed in real time. You can be reading an article, the information will change. Oh, that's problematic. Let's change it. These are important issues. I'm kind of shocked that I can just make farting noises and get a high viewing video. And I give really important information on how you can beat censorship, and 12 people go and watch it. It's a crazy world, right? While you were sleeping, good morning. I made my first Rumble video last week. It kind of got demonetized for a while, and then they changed their minds and remonetized it. I dropped a lot of F-bombs. If you want to see more F-bombs than Picard could even imagine, go watch my video on Rumble. We're talking about something important there as well. We're talking about environment and how things might not be how they appear to be. Just leave it at that. This is YouTube after all. So we're going to be talking about censorship. We're going to be talking about John Wick, Chapter 5. Yeah, you heard me. John Wick, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, 4 is on in cinemas at the moment. 5. Chapter 5 is coming. There was a conversation about making John Wick 4 and John Wick 5 concurrently. Because John Wick's a big movie right now. Big. Why not cash in on that? Let's make 2 at the same time. See, this is how void of ideas Hollywood is. This is how much they're relying on the few things that you like and you go and see. Let's make 2 at the same time. Let's cash in on this as much as possible. Respect to the crew, the directors, the writers that make John Wick, because they resisted the money and said no. We want to continue to give a good product. We're going to take a couple of years out. Then we're going to come back with John Wick 5. Now, the immediacy of society today, everybody wants everything now. You finish watching John Wick 4 and you're like, oh, I want John Wick 5 right now. Where is it? Why have I got to wait? I broke the news that season 2 of The Last of Us will be in 2025. I got attacked because people want it yesterday. You can't have it yesterday. Things take a long time to make. So we'll have a quick chat about John Wick 5. We got some interesting quotes. That's what's coming up today. I got my coffee. And I'm feeling good. It's hot today. Let's tell you that. We're in Bangkok, Thailand right now. It's the hottest time of the year. Finally got the camera working yesterday. We took some test footage. Gonna be making a ton of videos over the next couple of weeks. There's quite a few anime shows in town. Gonna be going and checking out some anime, some comic book stores, some record stores, some art galleries, and some really cool markets and stuff. All coming up over the next couple of weeks. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to be diversifying. This isn't an entertainment channel. No. Been recording some stuff. I've been working on some stuff. I've been rehearsing some stuff. We're about to branch out into many different areas. Just doing this as a bit of bread and butter at the moment because you guys respond to it. And I want to get you guys on board. I want to show you some bigger things. Got a lot of music stuff coming up as well. I used to be a DJ. Got a love for music going back 30 plus years. Got some nice stuff. Trying to line up some interviews at the moment as well. It's all looking good. And making money. I'm tired of watching these YouTube videos where they say if you do this you'll make money, and I know they're talking out of their bum holes. I want to set the record straight on a few things. There's a few things you guys don't know about me yet. I'm going to fill you in the coming weeks. Yeah, I'm a man of many layers. Alright. Let's crack on. I hope you like the new studio design, by the way. Just working on those little background videos at the moment. If you got any ideas, anything you want to see, hit me up in the comments section below. Alright. Just let me clear my throat. Let's get into these stories. Let me have a little more coffee. I'm just still. Woke up this morning, took an edible. It's the heat. It's making me a bit stressed. And yeah, I took an indica one and I'm feeling a bit, whoa. Feel like you could spread me on toast. Feel like butter. Butter me up, baby. Alright, let's go. Let's get into this. What should we start with? Should we start with Wick? Let's start with Agatha Christie. So, Agatha Christie is next in line for being censored. The great Agatha Christie, the great murder mystery book writer. The second best-selling author in the world, next to William Shakespeare. Really? Let me check. I want to double check that fact. Is that true? I don't like broadcasting facts. I haven't double checked. But anyway, the rest of it is true. This comes from Deadline. It's also in Giant Freaking Robot. I think Giant Freaking Robot got it from Deadline, but I like giving Giant Freaking Robot clicks ahead of Deadline, because those guys are cool. So let's read from the Freaking Robot article, shall we? So Agatha Christie, Breakfast of Champions, THC edibles. Agatha Christie's estate is hopping on the current trend in the publishing world and going through the classic novels and amending the author's original words. Now, the publisher for Agatha Christie is Puffin Books. And a few people have been hitting me up on Twitter and in the comments section. The few people who watch the videos about censorship, that is, and have been saying to me, listen, what can I do? Which publishing company do I need to avoid? And in the case of Ian Fleming and the James Bond books, and in the case of Agatha Christie, it's the actual estates. So it's the families who are choosing to selectively edit these works. So it's not actually the publishing companies. It could be pressure from the publishing companies. I don't know, but it is coming from the estates in these two cases. So what can you do? Well, the best thing you can do is buy old books. Go to eBay, go to Amazon, use the second-hand markets. Amazon has a second-hand market. It's a bit hidden away, but they are there. eBay is probably the greatest second-hand bookstore there is. There are other places to get ebooks from, such as Zed Library. Go and look Zed Library up on Reddit. There's a Reddit thread about Zed Library. If you use an electronic device such as Kindle, you read EPUB. Go and discover Zed Library. It's a whole new world. The other thing you can do with your electronic device is you can not connect it to the internet. Now, I know the old Kindle Paperwhite. It's very easy to live without ever connecting it to Wi-Fi. My Paperwhite is years old. It's never been on the Wi-Fi. It's never received an update. It's never had a software update. It doesn't need one. It's just basic. It just reads books. The updates when you connect a Kindle Fire to the internet via Wi-Fi, that's when these updates come in. That's when your books are altered. If you can avoid putting that device online, download any new books onto a laptop or a desktop computer in a library or something, and then transfer it using some software called Calibre onto your ebook reader. You can beat the censorship. I've made a video about this. Go to the channel, watch the video. I explain all of this. Agatha Christie's estate is on this current trend. The trend began with Puffin Books when they announced that they would be changing Roald Dahl's works. Again, this came from the Dahl estate. Same with James Bond. The publishing company for James Bond is the Ian Fleming estate. Okay. Now, the publishing company for Agatha Christie is HarperCollins, and they own the rights to the Agatha Christie works. So if you want to avoid a publishing house, there's one for you, HarperCollins. And if you've never read anything, I've read any Agatha Christie. She's great. She really is. The Sleuth series of Hercule Poirot, Miss Marple. They're all adapted into TV shows across the years. The books stretch from 1820 1920 to 1976. She had a long history of writing. Widely regarded as one of the greatest authors. Her work's incredibly intelligent. If there were writers in Hollywood who could write as good as Agatha Christie, man, films would be good right now. It really would be. Death on the Nile is a famous Agatha Christie book, adapted into a movie. This is an incredibly important person within culture, within popular culture. Agatha Christie being censored. What do you think about this? My opinion, this is wrong. I can read history books and I can see where this has happened in the past in certain countries and where this road leads. Now, if we are on the same road that we've been on in the past, the future doesn't look great. We have to stop this. We have to look at this. We have to have conversations about this. We have to do our own small things to combat censorship. If anybody out there watching would like to, I don't know, look at these issues a little bit further, hit me up in the comments. Come and find me on Twitter at Apocalypse Tours. We can have a chat about this. We can look at things we can do on the channel. I'm trying to build. I don't want to use the word community. Really don't. I'll explain that in another video. Don't want to go into that right now. I'm trying to create a group of friends here. A group of associates and acquaintances. People who can give me constructive input and I can do the things that you want me to do. I got the time. I have this luxury of time right now. Wasn't always meant to be this way. I lost a job. I had a job taken from me. I had 2 jobs taken from me. This is me just trying to get by. I have time on my hands now, so I can put that into research. I can put that into producing content. I can try and make a difference. It's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to clickbait you about the latest episode of The Last of Us or Picard. I want to do more. Okay? Alright, lecture over, people. Let's get into some entertainment news. We've got John Wick. And, yeah, we got Zackery Lwvi. Did we save Zackery Lwvi till last? That's where the F-bombs are coming. Alright, so John Wick 4 is currently on in movie theatres. John Wick director explains why Chapter 5 was scrapped for now. Now, this is interesting. This explains to us that we have a John Wick 5 coming pretty soon. It's pretty much guaranteed. And he also explains why. He was offered the chance of filming Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 at the same time so that we could have got a John Wick Chapter 4 and a John Wick Chapter 5 released pretty close together. This is what the studio wanted. The director said no, he wanted to go for quality over quantity. So in a recent interview, there's some quite interesting quotes in there. The original interview was from Deadline, picking it up from Screen Rant. Sorry, the original article was from Screen Rant. Came across it in Joe Blow. Well, let's have a closer look at this in Joe Blow, because, hey, I'm not a big fan of Screen Rant. What can I say? But we got some pretty good quotes here. And within these quotes, we get a pretty good clue as to what the situation is with John Wick Chapter 5. And more importantly, we see a Hollywood director talking about the need for quality over quantity, which is something a lot of people can learn. So the current John Wick movie has a pretty extended running time, but the original cut, the director's cut, which I hope we're going to see at some point in the future, is 4 hours long. Yep, there's a 4-hour long cut of John Wick Episode 4 sat in a can somewhere. Ooh, yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? So, Chad Stahelski reveals that he was pitched to do Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 together, filming back to back. Now, this comes from Screen Rant, and Screen Rant gives the lowdown on the director's decision to stick with one chapter and one chapter only. Now, Stahelski reveals after Chapter 3... Lionsgate originally approached him with the idea of filming the next 2 sequels back to back, and he turned the idea down. This is what he had to say. Not to cause any weird clickbait or anything like that, the studio first came to us and went, look, we'd like to explore the option of doing 4 and 5 together. And the dauntingness of that at first is a little intimidating. It's also incredibly flattering in an industry where everyone's trying to get something made and you're trying to get your wacky ideas made. And then somebody says, listen, and gives you a shot. Now, please make more of what you do. I can't thank Lionsgate enough for that. But he continues. I've been part of projects that have done 2 films together at once, and for me, I don't know how to do it. Creatively, I don't know how to get my head around that. Doing 2 films together. I think the greatest part is that after each John Wick, I took 2 years off to go and live and get better. To get better at what I do. To travel, to read more. And just to get better. I don't know how to do a movie back to back and get better for the second one. You'd see John Wick 4 and then John Wick 4B. Same camera, same colours, same action, same style of choreography, same storylines. I had no time to be influenced by life and bring it back to life. I just thought it was kind of a cheat. This is great. This is absolutely fantastic. This is what you want to hear from a movie director. Offered the money, please make 2 films for us back to back. You're the big guy right now. Well, no, I don't want to. I want to put this movie out. I want to sit back. I want to reflect. I want to learn from my experiences. I want to get better as a movie maker. And then I want to come back and make the next one. This you have to respect. I love this guy more and more. I've loved the John Wick movies. They're just a revelation. I watched the first one again last night. I had a bad day. I just wanted to kick back with some Wick. And it's still so strong and so fresh. You know, all of those influences from all the old kung fu movies just brought to life. It's a fantastic piece of work. Each film has been fantastic, and I can't wait for John Wick 5. We're guaranteed it. John Wick 5 is coming, absolutely. It's just a case of when a filmmaker decides it's the right time to start making it, and that is fresh, that is fantastic, and that is wonderful. Don't go woking my wick. John Wick. If any of you have found my song, I'm not much of a singer. If anyone's found that song, you'll know that I'm not much of a singer, but there's a song. It's out there on YouTube and Twitter. Don't go woking my wick, baby. Those that know, you know. Zackery Lwvi. Okay. I put some videos out last week. I was talking about this guy, and I didn't have much good to say about him. And you guys out there, you reacted. Oh, did you react? Some of you were nice and just gave me a polite thumbs up. Some of you got a little personal. Might have touched a nerve there. I'm sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a list of some of my favourite actors. And if you want to make videos and point them at me or come into the comments section and just absolutely destroy some of my favourite actors, we can call it even. Yeah, I won't take it personally because, you know, it's all about taste. We've all got different tastes. If we all liked the same thing, it'd be pretty boring. Yeah? If we all liked the same things, we would be living in a certain period of the past, which, you know, we can talk about that at some point if you want. But anyway, Zackery Lwvi. This is my problem with some of these stars today. We've seen it with Brie Larson, who was the one in Black Panther, I forget now. Basically, we say we don't like something and we criticize it. Some people just go all out nasty and just don't try and analyze. They just name call and look for clickbait and try to make money out of rage. The rage economy. Personally, I like a little bit more substance than that. You know, let's analyze, let's look why. I put a video out last week. Zackery Lwvi was begging Neil Druckmann to be in season 2 of The Last of Us. And I said that I would welcome Zackery Lwvi in The Last of Us. They should make him one of the undead. They should put a pile of makeup on him. And then we should see Joel shoot him in the head. I think that triggered a few people. I think it did. Just my opinion. I don't think the guy's got the charisma to be a lead role. And in the video, we went through the IDMB list of movies that he's been in. Someone told me he'd been in It. The It, Stephen King, when he was a child actor. I didn't know that. Maybe someone can confirm that for me in the comments. But I went through his movies and TV shows. It's just average. Really is. How this guy got a lead, and especially in a superhero movie where you've got to have a certain amount of charisma to carry you forward. I don't know. I don't know how this guy got the lead in Shazam. Personally, I think the script for Shazam was extremely weak, and I think Zackery Lwvi is extremely weak as an actor. Now, that's a perfect match. Weak script, weak actor. But weak plus weak equals garbage movie. It's just a fact of life. Just my opinion. So, when I see things like this, Zackery Lwvi takes shot at DC and Snyderverse fans when addressing negative Shazam Fury of the Gods reviews. See, this is what I take issue with. You criticize a movie, the star of the movie comes out and attacks you. Why? Did I poke your delicate little ego, Zackery? Zackery Lwvi, the star of Shazam Fury of the Gods, is hitting back at criticism. Internet DC fans aim at him and his film's foundering box office. Alright, let's get one thing straight here. Fury of the Gods failed at the box office. There's a video went out last week. I think it was 130 million to produce. I think worldwide it's done about 70. Lost half its money. I could think of many things that you could spend $70 million on that are a lot better than Shazam Fury of the Gods. Be very interested to know how much Zackery Lwvi got paid to be in that movie. Very interested. When you're taking that much money to be in a movie, you should be able to take criticism and shut up. Now, this is what Zackery Lwvi had to say. He was on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. Let's have a look at what he had to say. There's a whole contingent of comic book fans, and that's really unfortunate that there's this one particular group of people that think they don't like me because I don't agree with them on other comic book movies. You know who I'm talking about, he said. You know, what he's saying here is, there's a lot of people out there who love the source material that these movies are made from. They go to the movie theater, they pay their money, they buy their popcorn, they sit down, they watch the movie, they get served up mediocre garbage, and then complain. That's your right. You're a customer. You're the consumer. If I go to Burger King or McDonald's and they give me, I order a cheeseburger and they give me the muffin with tomato ketchup on it, no burger, no cheese, I have the right to complain. A movie is no different. The person in McDonald's doesn't have an ego about serving me burgers. Hollywood people have egos, and just because we go out there and we prick their egos, instead of sitting back and listening and going, you know what, maybe I could get better, they attack you, the customer. How is that right? We just literally 2 minutes ago did a story about John Wick 4 and John Wick 5. And a movie producer saying, no, I'm not going to make John Wick 5 at the same time as John Wick 4. I want the movie to come out. I want to sit back. I want to reflect. I want to learn from my experiences and then come back with something better. Zackery Lwvi, look at the criticism. Look at the box office numbers and consider this. You could have done your job better. And you didn't. You failed. Learn from the experience. It's not difficult. All you have to do is take your ego and park it to one side for a moment and keep your mouth shut and don't attack the people who make it possible for you to get paid how many million per movie? Because in my mind, you're an average actor, and the fact that you're begging Neil Druckmann for a part in The Last of Us Season 2 is about your level. This guy's an idiot. An egotistical idiot. Now, I'm sorry, if you're a fan of his, you have that right. You have that right to call me an idiot. You do. You don't agree with me? I don't care. It's just my opinion. Some people will agree with parts of it. Other people will not agree with any of it. That's just the world. That's the way the world should be. Differences of opinion. But we can all still get along together. I can still sit at a table with you, share bread and food, and you can tell me 10 reasons why I'm wrong for thinking Zackery Lwvi is a garbage actor with a bad ego problem. And I'll sit there and listen to and have a conversation with you, and we can eat our bread together, and there will not be an argument. There will not be a cross word from me. Because that's how we do. That's how adults, grown-ups, a civilized society works. So Zackery Lwvi, get back in your box and shut up until Hollywood comes and rolls out another $10 million or whatever you get paid for your next garbage project. Felt good. It felt good. If some of you watched that video, and I'll feel even better about it. If you want to share that around, please do. All right. Sorry, that felt really good. All right. That's our culture news for the day. That's our pop culture, people. What's going on this week? Yeah, I'm hitting town. For those of you who don't know, currently in Bangkok in Thailand, and I've not been out and about with the camera yet. I did some test shooting. I wasn't happy. Got this camera. I've just been trying to get used to it. I think I've got the audio sorted out now. So I'm going to go out. There's some really cool geeky stuff in this city. I got a list of anime exhibitions and stuff happening. I got a list of some devastatingly cool looking comic book stores and some. I'm a vinyl man. I love my records. I used to be a DJ. I got a list of record stores to go and visit. Gotta try and use a bit of my Thai language skills, which sounds more impressive than it actually is. I'm gonna try and have a chat with some people. We've got some cool markets to check out. I already got a little bit of footage. Gonna start putting that together. This channel's evolving right now. This isn't just about pop culture entertainment. I'm gonna start bringing you some different things. So if you could do me the honor of dropping me a subscription on this channel, I would thank you greatly from the bottom of my heart. Quite truly, I'm really trying to get something going here. I lost my jobs. I was an online English teacher, and some of those students. I was working for. Are we allowed to name and shame the companies? Can I do that? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do that. I don't know. I was working for a company, and like a 14, 15-year-old Middle Eastern child from a Middle Eastern country came on and gave me a lot of name calling. Sort of attacked me for my albino skin color, and started demanding that I tell him about my sex life. Yeah. And I refused, and I said to him, listen, I don't have to sit here and take crap from you. And I got sacked. Yeah. And people have been saying to me for years, well, you're quite funny, you should try that YouTube thing. So I'm trying it, and it's a bit of a struggle right now. It really is. I'm working on this $300 beat up Lenovo thing, and can I show you my chair? Can you see my chair? Yeah. I've not got one of them comfortable swirly uppy downy chairs that people have, so I'm getting on in years. I've got a bad back to start off with. I used to carry 30 kilos of vinyl records around with me when I was a DJ, when I first started traveling Europe, and I got a bad back. I sat here for about 10 hours the other day editing on this little screen. I woke up the next morning and I could hardly walk. So I'm struggling here right now. So if you could do me the honor of a subscription, it'd mean the world to me, like quite literally. I'll tell you more about myself if you like, if you're interested. It's it's a bit of a story. I'm trying to put these podcasts out. Is this a podcast? This isn't a podcast, is it? I don't know what we call these. I'm going to try and put more of these out anyway, because I enjoy doing them. I want to start going live. I want to start doing a live stream. I don't know when to do it, because everybody else is live streaming. So if any of you guys can tell me a good time of day when I can jump on a live stream, when you might actually watch. I mean, the world smickers. I checked the analytics, and there's not many of you getting past 1 minute of my videos at the moment. I know I've got the perfect face for radio and not TV, but I know it's quite humbling to realise that people listen to me for about a minute and then just turn off in disgust. Anyway, all right. More content to come out across the course of the week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time today. It really means the world to me. Whatever you're doing, be fantastic. We're Apocalypse Tours. We're out.